Welcome back, Joe from Mobile Mouse. Today we're going to talk about the timeline in Microsoft Project. So many people use the Gantt chart to convey information when there are other views. The timeline was introduced in the 2010 version and is a very effective way of communicating your project to high-level people, stakeholders and the like. Today, let's have a look. So we've got a project here. If I expand this out, you'll see that we have many summary tasks in here. To add a summary task to the timeline, which is in the top part of the screen, also found in the View tab, there's a tick box here to turn the timeline on and off if it's not displayed. You simply double click on row number 1, you'll get your summary task information, and there's a tick box here that says display on the timeline. When you hit OK, this task is now included on your timeline. You can also click onto the timeline and change the color. Here in the format menu you'll have your normal font formatting, and here I can change this color to yellow so it stands out. And if this was to visualize teams in your organization, you can use colors to do so, or it just looks nice. If I double click on site work, I can now include this one as well, and if I wanted to continue down, I can select from here to the bottom and go to the Task tab and use the Information button to now turn on Display on the timeline. All of these will appear at once. Each one of them could have a different color. You get the idea. This one could be green, this one here could be orange. And now we have our tasks displayed on the timeline. The timeline can be viewed by itself. It also has a range of tools available from the top up here you can play with in the format menu for the timeline tools. Remember, if you click on the bottom part of the screen when you're in the Gantt chart, you now only get to see the Gantt chart tools. These are dynamic menus that appear with the appropriate commands. When you click back in the top part of the screen, you'll be able to see the timeline tools come back. We have a range of commands you can play with, and you can see I've just completed the rest of the colors on the screen. You also have a detailed timeline, which is what we're looking at, or you can click onto this button here and you can now see a very narrow screen. Colors are very useful in this case. If you hover over them, it tells you what the tasks are. This can also be copied and pasted using the copy timeline, either for email or presentation purposes. Full size is as it sounds. It copies the entire timeline at the current size. You'll need appropriate pages, A3 for example, if you wanted to be able to fit this into a Word document. Thanks for your time.